Welcome or welcome back to Trouble with Tish. I am Tish and I be Trouble. So today we are going to start our fourth part of our wheel series. If you are not aware, the wheel series was introduced to me by A Day in the Life of Michelle. I always have her linked below. She's permanently linked below. Go check her out. Send her some love if you don't already have her. And if you do, watch some of her videos. She's amazing. I have already primed my eyes with the MAC Paint Pot in Painterly. I have it down here. And then I have primed my face with the Professional Hydrating Primer. And I have put some of the Tarte Sugar Rush lip balm in Peony on my lips because my lips are always dry. Alright, so the wheel series, I have added every single palette I own to the palette picker, and I spin the wheel and it chooses for me. So let's get alright. Alright, we have the Pat McGrath Celestial Odyssey. Alright, so this is the Pat McGrath Celestial Odyssey. It is the second of her holiday collections. Last year was Celestial Divinity. This year it was Celestial Odyssey. And this is the color story. I wonder if it's going to focus anybody. Okay, there we go. That's a little bit closer to what those colors actually look like. All right. I'm going to take a look at this and see what it is that I want to do, and I will be right back. Alright, so what I think I want to do is I want to take and split this palette in half. So I want to use this half today, and then this half next time. So I'm going to take this pinky shade here and kind of run that all over. Kind of lay down a nice base. This is the first time wow, that is pigmented. I should have remembered from last year about the formula of Pat McGrath. Alright, so this is my first time using this palette. I do not know what's going on over here. As you can see, it's a bit on the patchy side. Let's take a brush that doesn't have anything on it. I know it can't be my primer being still wet or whatever, because okay, there we go. Yeah, still a bit patchy. Now I've heard that these aren't these holiday palettes, they're not her normal formula, I guess. But of course I can't afford $125 for her normal formula. So we tried to take my son trick-or-treating for Halloween, and nobody was handing out candy. I live really close to my dad, and my mother-in-law lives right in the next city, so we were able to take him over there, and a couple of the neighbors were handing out candy. Some of the regulars, we have a little old couple next door that hand out candy every year. They have a developmentally disabled child who is grown, is an adult now, but he likes to hand out candy. They're a really nice family. And then the new neighbors across the street who decorated their whole yard. I do not understand how people have the time to decorate for things like Halloween. Sometimes I feel like I'm one of those Sim characters where you have to figure out how to get the Sim character to have a job and have a relationship and have a child and still find time to eat and learn how to cook. And I'm just like, how? How do you find time to do all of that stuff? So I'm like the Sim character. I'm like, how do you find time to decorate for Halloween? Like, I can barely decorate for Christmas, and then those decorations stay up. I've had my Christmas tree up, and I have a fake tree. I don't have a live tree. We didn't leave a live tree up in our house, but I've had a live tree, or a fake tree, in my house up until May, just because we just did not get around to packing away everything. And as embarrassing as that sounds, that's life. You know, it's happened. And so I kind of wonder sometimes who has the time and the energy to do things like decorate for Halloween. Like, they decorated their whole stinking yard. There's a whole graveyard in their yard. And death hanging from a tree. Like, how? But yeah. I don't know. I guess some people just have more motivation or something. I don't know. Maybe it's partly has to do with the bipolar, the depression part of bipolar. I've always been trying to figure out how to get more time during the day. There is never time for anything. And I'm constantly trying to figure out how to get things done. I'm really surprised that I ever find time to do things like film or do my makeup. It's just, I don't know. I didn't used to do my makeup, and it wasn't because I was anti-makeup. It was just, I just did not understand how people ever had the time to do makeup. Like, I still don't do my makeup every day. But, yeah. I'm going to take this brown shade and run it along the outer V here. Maybe give it a little dimension. I don't know how well that's going to work. I feel like we're just muddying the color here. Yeah, I think we just muddied the color. But we're going to do it on both sides. But yeah, other than that, it's just, nobody wanted to, like, I don't know, I guess they weren't into handing out candy this year. We didn't go last year. I just assumed, you know, with the pandemic. I mean, we had masks and stuff. I don't know. I guess I expected kind of expected somebody to be handing out candy. So let's take a little bit of this brown here. I kind of run it in this outer V here a little bit. There is some fallout, so I am glad that I do my face last. I think I like last year's palette better. Alright. Then we're going to run some of this blue here. Kind of run that into the brown a little bit. Kind of marry those together. But yeah, I think the pandemic has kind of killed Halloween. I thought there would be more trick-or-treating, I guess. And we weren't handing out candy just because we were going to go trick-or-treating. So we didn't, you know, buy any candy. But like my dad, he got like 5 trick-or-treaters or something like that. Or maybe that was my mother-in-law got 5 trick-or-treaters. And then my dad only got 2. Kind of run this gold into the blue there. I don't think I'm ever going to get to the point where I don't. Alright, now we're going to take a little bit of a fluffy brush here and kind of see if we can't marry all that stuff together a little better. Okay. All right. I am going to go off camera and clean up. Yeah, I'm gonna have to wipe that up. Wow, that didn't even work all that well on this side. Anyways, I'm going to go clean this up. I am going to put the rest of my face on, and I will be back with my final thoughts. Alright, so for the rest of my face, I use the Il Makiage Woke Up Like This foundation. And I use the Il Makiage Fuck I'm Flawless Multi-Use Perfecting Concealer. I used my Believe Beauty Matte Blur Loose Powder in Translucent. I used the Cocoa Contour from Too Faced. I used this shade here. I used a highlighted bronzer from Lele Posh. I used the Zoeva Premier blush in Curtain Call. The Nomad Around the World highlighter for my brow bone and highlight. I used, in my Tightline, I used the ColourPop Raw Beauty Christy in Woodsy, and for my waterline I used the ColourPop Raw Beauty Christy in Marigold. I feel like that added a nice pop. I used the Pat McGrath Dark Star Mascara and the NYX Liquid Suede Cream Lipstick. I think that is it. Oh, and I also used the Lele Posh Set and Glow Setting Spray. Now, I took this shade here and I ran it under my lash line, and then I put this gold shade on the inner corner and ran it down into that other shade. So what do I think of this palette? I love Pat McGrath. I feel, however, that this palette is a little less wow than her other palettes. Even last year's holiday palette was, I feel, better than this. But we are going to do another look because it's not a bad palette. It's just not her normal formula, I feel. So, yeah. Next time we will do the other half of the palette, and we'll see what it has in store for us. Anyways, this series was inspired by Michelle from A Day in the Life of Michelle. She is permanently linked below, as are Renee from Beauty and More with Renee. She needs watch hours, so go over there, run a few of her videos, send her some love, and she deserves it. Also, I have linked Clara Barrera. She also needs watch hours. She is like that close to being monetized, and I really want to see her get there because she really does deserve it. I have her linked below. Go check her out, run her playlist, run a few of her videos, send her some love. She is also an amazing woman, so you will not regret heading over there. Alright, so below, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And I hope every single one of you has an absolutely amazing day. and I will see you all next time. Bye.